Alright, I believe we're online. Hey everybody, welcome aboard. Captain Mike here. I'm still in Chicago. I just finished a run in here earlier today, and I just realized I didn't have the latest from the Zibo-Mod, so I just put that in now, 4.03.02. So that's in for this ride. The last ride it was off a little bit on the descent, so we'll see if it's a little bit better this run. You should have everything. Let me give you the CDU. And I've got my load data sheet, and you should be set up. Alright, let's go. DC battery selected to bat. DC battery switches on guarded. Standby power is auto guarded. Alternate flaps are off guarded. Fuel pump switches are off. Wipers are set to park. Hydraulic pumps, electric 2 and 1 are off. Landing gear is down. Oh, let me check that. I got a light out there. That's interesting. That's not an indicator there. Let me see if I bring up. If I do that, that might screw everything up. That might screw everything up. Well, I'm going to leave that alone. I was going to bring that software that runs that up and down, but that might not be a good idea. Alright, that's just an idiot light. And I've got 3 on the aft overhead, so I'll check that later. It should come on with the test light. I'm not sure why that's not working at all. Hopefully it's just a one-time fluke here. We'll see. Alright, flaps are up, up, and up. Let's do logo and steady for you. And you are on test. Master caution reset. Fault in up. Overheat fire. Alright, ground's available. Confirm. Let's get set for unconditioned air. Actually, there you go. Alright, galley's on. Nav. Emergency exit lights. AC back there is fine. We're at KMDW. And we'll grab the IRS position. And make sure that match are close to it. So what's in the database for Chicago's Midway matches what the IRS is picking up for the most part, so that's good. Alright, so flaps are up, up, and up. And let's just get the parking brake. Let's get some brake pressure in there. That should take hours to deplete if we're not playing with the brakes. Let's see what happens. That's just up in the green now. See how long it takes to deplete. Okay, so we are good with the originator flight. Let's continue with the pre-flight. Leading edge devices test. Service interphone is off. Engine reversers are extinguished. EEC switches are on guarded. Crew oxygen this ride is 12,000. Passenger oxygen is normal guarded. Flight recorder test. Mach speed test 1 and 2. A little too early for stall warning. We'll come back to that. 3 green on the landing gear. PSEU is out. Let's check our oxygen flow. And lights test. So I know I got 1 light out. I'm hoping that's a fluke with XPlane this ride on the landing gear. Alright, we're good. Alright, flight controls A and B are on guarded, alternate flaps are off guarded, spoils A and B are on guarded, yaw damper is on, VHF nav is normal, IRS is normal, FMC is normal, source selector is auto, control panel is normal, fuel temperature is fine, cross-feed check, and the fuel pumps are off. And AC/DC panel is set. Equipment, cooling, supply, and exhaust is normal. Emergency exit lights are on. No smoke and seatbelt signs on. Window heat, we'll run that test. TAT test. Wing and engine anti-ice are off. Electric, hydraulic pumps 2 and 1 are off. We have 3 entranceways open. Test on the flight data recorder. Pressurization panel is showing all zeroed out at the gate. Temp back there is fine. Let's reset the master caution. Overheat test. Air conditioning, master, and wing body. Very good. Auto is set for unconditioned air. Today's ride is 37,000. Check our outflow valve. Alright, and our lights are good. We'll use the left igniter for this ride. Alright, let's get ATIS clearance and then program the flight management computer. So, ATIS is on 132.75. Alright, 1853 Zulu, 105 at 8, 2513, altimeter is 3019. Arriving and departing, we are using 13 center. Clearance delivery is 124,625. Alright. And we have Yankee, yes. See if anybody's on here. Midway clearance, Southwest 2210, radio check.
Southwest 2210, Midway clearance, sounds great from here.
Southwest 2210 clearance. Request IFR clearance to LaGuardia is filed. We have information, Yankee.
Southwest 2210, clear to LaGuardia. Radar vectors LEWKE. Then in file, climb and maintain 4,000. Expect flight level 37010 minutes after departure. Departure on 128.2, squawk 5625.
Cleared to LaGuardia via radar vectors LEWKE. Then is filed, climb and maintain 4,000. Expect flight level 370, 10 minutes after departure. Departure on 128.2, squawk 5625, Southwest 2210. Alright. So we're good up to 4.
Southwest 2210, read that correct. Ground is on 118.075. Safe flight, sir.
Yeah, that should be off. Alright, and they want us to squawk 5625. Right. And departure is 128.2. Okay. Let's program the flight management computer now. Alright, MDW, and we're heading to KLGA. This is Southwest Airlines Flight 2210. And we're direct LEWKE. So we've got 13 center. And on the way in, we've got MIP4. Alright. ETG. And they're using 4, which means we'll be coming right over my house. Let me take a look at that real quick. Milton 4, right? Milton 4 brings us to you, and then we're picking up that into 4. And we're coming from... Let's activate that. Let's have a look. And let's look at some charts here. Alright, now what do we have here? LEWKE. Right. Plane. Gerbs. Ideas. Woost. Tissy. Right. Let's see, grounds 118.075. Maybe there's some traffic on there we can listen to while I'll do this. And I was up to what, Megit? EL. And then EGT. Right, MIP, Mark, Billy, Vibes, FJC, Allentown, Lizzie, Beauty, Harlem, Dreams, Apple, Proud, and then we are on the ILS from there. That looks pretty good. Alright, let's go and get our weight, fuel, and balance. Surprised there's nothing on the frequency here. Oh, too far there, Louis. Let me write this down here.
Alright, block fuel is 18.7. Our payload is 29.7, which gives us a zero fuel weight of 124.7. Let me give you the flight bag, and I'm going to lose YouTube for a bit here, so I won't see any text that's going on while I bring up the electronic flight bag. Alright, fuel this ride is going to be 18.7. Payload 29.7. Should give us a zero fuel weight of 124.7 and 26.7 on the CG. 124.7, off by 43 pounds. I have to go in and fix that. But as quick as he comes out with these updates, I don't have time. Okay, so let's go in, and zero fuel weight we said was 124.7. Right. Now let's go back to the load data sheet. Right. And we want our final reserve and alternate, which is 6654, so we'll put in 6.7. Cost index, as I always run, is 35. Today's ride is 370. Wind, so let's get our cruise wind here. And here we are, top of climb. We're looking at 268 at 61. And OAT, we're looking at 5. Alright, that looks pretty good. We're not going to derate. We said that was 26.7. It's going to be a flaps 5 takeoff. Now the slope on this runway is up 0.1 with a heading of 138. And let's get the winds. And at midway to 130 at 7. Okay, that looks pretty good. Trim's going to be 450. And engine out, we're looking at a $146. That looks good. Let's get our descent stuff in here. And since we're down here, let's see, LaGuardia is 30.32. What are we looking at here? On the average. Don't have to worry about any ice. We're at 370, so we'll put in 20,000, 15,000, and 10,000. And let's go grab that now. Alright, 325 at 58. At 15, 326 at 39. And at 10,000, we're looking at 329 at 26. Alright, that all looks pretty good. Let's have a look here real quick. Yeah, this approach coming into
LaGuardia is going to take us directly over the house. It's really strange. You see the way it's doing that? That's weird. It's there and then it's gone. See? Very strange. Now it's back. Now it's gone. That's a little weird. At least I have it on camera. Alright, and then we have the hold. So that looks pretty good. Let's see if we have any restrictions on the way out. In the meantime, let me grab this back. That gonna work? Yes, okay. Let's take a look at some charts now. Dump the load data sheet. You don't need the electronic flight bag right now. And give me some charts. Alright, we want Midway. Alright, and we would direct. Yeah, okay. And we've got 13. Let me take a look at LaGuardia here. Milton 4, right? Milton 4. And when do we get picked up here? EGT? Alright, we get picked up at EGT. Alright, then MIP. Mark, we need to be at... Yeah, look, it still has us at cruise here. Let's put that at 180. At Mark. Any speed restriction there? And Billy's up next. 13. Oh. And then we have after there's Vibes, FJC, Lizzie. So Beauty we need to be at 10. Harlem Dreams. Apple. And then from Apple we're going to get vectors, but we're going to pick up the ILS coming straight on in. Right, and let's take a look at you. Right, from Vaz into Benning. Benning, we need to be at 3,000. Rachel, 18. Dens, 17. And then we're on our way. Could put Warren in, but... And then the hold is in there. Alright, so that all looks good. Now, let's get the pedestal set up next here. So, let's come back to Chicago. And they're using 13. I'm going to put this in so if I have to come back, if we got an issue, this is already done. Where you going, Johnny? $1099, 1099, 138, 138. And that was yeah, it's already in. So that's all looking pretty good. So that's good, that's good. Let's get, alright, ground is 118.075. That's up. Tower is 135.2. Departure 128.2. Alright. So pedestal is good. Alright, I'll take terrain, position, data, airport, and station. I'm on the master. You're on the slave. You've got weather, station, airport, data, and position. Alright, and let's have a look at that. Alright, 146. We cleared up to 4. Alright, nose wheel steering is normal. Got it. Check our panels. And the lower auto flight. Alright, and let's see. Artificial horizon is level. Ground speed 0.45 on the speed tape. P1 is 135, 146 on the engine out. 091 on the heading, barrels 250 on the decision height, local pressure is 3019. We're cleared up to 4. I've got terrain on the nav display. And let's get you set up. Standby gauges, and we've got 3019. Alright, that's good, that's good. N1 is auto, speed reference is auto. Reset the fuel flow. Rejected takeoff is set. We are good here. Yeah, look at that brake pressure. Almost gone. Alright, trim's 450. Alright, that's good. You're not going to need CDU anymore. And let's check the bottles. Alright, let's clear the board. And let's run you. That test should be done. And let's check that. And they are good.
Clear of conflict. Descend. 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 Crossing. Descend. Descend. Crossing. Descend. Descend. Descend now. Descend.
Let's get these doors buttoned up.
Increase climb. Increase
Get ready to get out of here.
Increase descent. Increase descent. Maintain vertical speed. Maintain. Maintain vertical speed. Crossing. Maintain. Monitor vertical speed. TCAS test. Pass.
Do the short test.
Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear. Terrain. Terrain. Pull up. Obstacle. Obstacle. Pull up. Airspeed low.
And let me have the engine data there. And let me make sure you have that. Okay, and I will take progress. It's still open here. APU is good.
Alright, we've got everyone strapped in. Give us a ring if you need anything.
Give that a minute and then we'll get on APU bleed. Brake pressure is good. We get disconnect from the power. And we can remove the chocks. Let's call for push. They can wait on us.
on the cockpit. Tow checking out.
They can wait until we're ready. Kill that light. And all right, so we're completely disconnected from the gate. Just about ready to get on out of here. This ride to LaGuardia is 653 miles. In the real world, Southwest did this ride in 1 hour and 49 minutes. So we'll see just how close we come to that.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Let me make a note about that landing gear indicator. I think it's just a fluke because it was just working the last go around. So, all right, check. Landing gear indicator. Oh, I hear traffic on here now. ATC. It's very low though.
So connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Not just yet, sweetie. I'm still hearing transmissions. It's as if my button isn't working here. Very strange. We're going to call anyway. We're just going to step right on top of them. Chicago ground Southwest 2210 at gate 23. Ready for push and start with Yankee.
Southwest 2210 Midway ground.
Yeah, I'm running XPlane right now. But I can run XPlane12 or I can run MS-2020, MS-2024 if I want. So waiting for November 19th. Then we'll be running MS-2024 for a while in the daytime. I like to run XPlane12 at night because I like the night lighting. And 2024 because of the daytime looks so much better. Alright, so we are good to go. So let me get that clock going. And let's release the brake.
Starting pushback and release our engine.
Alright, packs are off. Pressure's good. Anti-collision lights coming on, and we're starting number 2. Aircraft you see there is Traffic Global. I have to figure out why I'm not seeing any of them on the move. They're parked here, but I haven't seen any aircraft in the air. So I have to go see if there's an update. I'll check after this ride. Alright, isolation valve is closed, right back to auto. Pressure's good, we're starting number 1. Ah, we got a clean board. I flew a long time ago in the real world, not anymore. I'm on oxygen. Multiple surgeries. So I don't think I'll be doing any real world flying. At least not in the left seat, that's for sure. And on the way out, we are looking at... we should be able to take hotel straight down. There goes the toe. IBU, give me you, TA, auto. Let me give you that. And I will take that back. Chicago ground, Southwest 2210 on Yankee, looking to go to runway 13 Charlie.
Southwest 2210, taxi to runway 13 center via Yankee, Quebec, cross runway 22 left, then November. Contact tower on 135.2 when ready for departure.
Yankee, Quebec doesn't even make sense. Quebec is behind us, and it ends at 22 right. So we're going to take hotel down. And then we'll make the left. Very strange. I'm surprised I don't have any other traffic going on here. Let's try this. The camera for the view on the right hand side should be fixed now, so you should have a better view. Shouldn't be overblown with the brightness. Now this is shut down, so we're going to make a right here. This runway is shut down. We'll take this to the end and make a left.
Approaching on runway 31 right, 2,400 feet remaining.
I don't have any AI aircraft running for some reason, so I don't think we're going to see anybody.
Approaching 22 right.
Okay, the cabin is Thank you. Have a good flight.
Take a left here on November. And let's see, towers on what? 135.2. Let's see if we have any extra traffic on here. I'm surprised XATC chat has been pretty quiet. Interesting. Let me check that real quick. Very strange. That looks good. What do we have here for nearest facility? Yeah, we got the tower tuned in here. Let's try here. No. Interesting. I guess no one's on. All right. Let's get out of here. Oh, there you go. I don't know where they were this whole time. Chicago Tower, Southwest 2210, holding short, runway 13, center, ready for departure. I don't know where they were this whole time. I didn't hear any of it.
Southwest 2210, Midway Tower, runway 13C, wind 115 at 9er, fly heading 130, cleared for takeoff.
Oh, it's daylight now in Chicago, but I'm not running during real time. Right now I've got it night. Clear for takeoff, Southwest 2210. All right. Hit my clock going. You're going to TARA. And let's have a quick peek. 10 notifications complete. Exterior lights as needed. We are good. Engine start selected to continuous. Auto throttle is armed. Transponders TARA auto. Parker brake release 40%. And we are out of here. Oh, let me give you. And we're out of here direct again. We don't have a. I don't know why that goes backwards. Don't know why that goes backwards. Ah, 40%. Stable. Toga. Thrust set. Airspeed active. Check. Throttle hold. We're stable 380. Gear up. That's a pretty cool view. Going to departure 128.2, Southwest 2210. Departure Southwest 2210 with you, climbing through 2800 to 4000, inbound LEWKE. Flaps up. Clear direct LEWKE, climb, maintain, flight level 200, Southwest 2210. Whoa, little bump there, Johnny. Easy there, Louie. Easy there. Oh, that's a nice view. Let me see if I can give that to you. Yeah, you take it, then I can take my mind off that. Let me give you that view. I don't know what the stutters are all about there. And look, we're going at 95. That's a great view out that right window. That's why I like flying at night in XPlane12. But I am using my own night lighting edits and reshade, so. And then I prefer MS 2020 or 2024 in for the daytime flights. We're coming up on LEWKE. That should be in range, and we should have 16.6 with 17.5 on the fuel, so we're looking pretty good. Let me bring that out a little bit there. And we're coming up on 10. Southwest 2210 up to flight level 280. We're looking pretty good. So I was using the Zibo-Mod 4.03.01. I thought it was the latest one that was out. 2's out. I have that in now. But I had an issue on the way down. So we'll see if this is any better, this ride. Alright, let's have a quick peek. Autopilot's engaged. Attend notification that's complete. Cabin pressurization and temperature. Yep, we'll keep an eye on that. Engine bleeds are on. Pack switches are set to auto. APU is off. Exterior lights. We are good. Engine start selectors is needed. They're off. Auto brake selector is off. Landing gear is up and off. And we're just getting ready to come up on 18. We're going to go to standard pressure, and then basically it's monitor, 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 and program the arrival. Let me give you the charts again. There's probably not much to see out that window. I'm going to Chicago Center on 132.905, Southwest 2210. Good night. Southwest 2210, good evening, Chicago Center. We're climbing through 16,000 inbound Luke.
Chicago Center, good evening, Chesterton altimeter 30.19F.
Yeah, we're good there. What are we looking at here? We've got another 100 miles to top of climb, and we've got 625 miles to go to LaGuardia. We get into LaGuardia at 7, well, that's going to fluctuate a little bit, but let's figure 750. It's 625 right now. For those that want to pop out and pop back in and catch the arrival. We have a little ways to go. I climb and maintain flight level 350, Southwest 2210. Climbing up beautifully. Temperature is fine. Oil pressure, temperature, quantity, vibrations, N1, N2, EGT. Looking good. And the fuel 16.7, 16.6 now. And we are inbound gig. Night lighting looks pretty good out the right window. Camera probably wouldn't do it justice though. You only get it in 1080p. I get to see it in 4K, so. Oh, we got a tailwind pushing us here. Don't usually get that much when I fly. I'm usually fighting a headwind. Cool. What are we cruising at here? Oh no, that's unacceptable. They're cruising at Mach 7.8. We're gonna bump that up to Mach 0.8. See if we can get in a little early. They did this ride in an hour and 49 minutes. See if we can beat that. And I'll take the weather now. You can have the terrain. I don't think we're going to see much out there as far as weather, though. Climb and maintain flight level 370, Southwest 2210. All right, so we're good up to cruise now. And there's no weather out there to speak of for a bit. That should be in range and 94. And fuel at Gidge should be 15.8. We're at 16.2 right now. And we should have 10.2 when we get in. And we're due in at 7:53. Hour and 20 odd minutes, which puts us just about right. We're 21 minutes from the gate, 11 minutes from the runway, so still have a bit of a ways to go. Let me have that chart. More meds. Wife's back from shopping. She went and did some shopping. She came back, went out, did some more shopping. Now she's back. Now she's going to go clean the car. She's gonna go clean her RAV4. Not much to see out there, but oh, darkness. Got a few city lights that we're beginning to leave behind. All right, so we should have 15.8, I said. Yep, we're 15.9, so fuel's looking pretty good. Let's see, when did we get picked up on that arrival? Let's have a look at LaGuardia, Milton 4. Oh, EGT. Don't mind me. I have a little lesion on my brain and I forget stuff. So you may see me do things a couple of times. All right, so we're good there. And we have a ways to go before we're on EGT. Yeah. It's pretty smooth, so we're going to let them run around. Yeah, I'll take the meds as soon as I get up to cruise. I'm almost there. I'm at 30,000. I'm going to 37, so. More medication. Oh, that's not too bad. That's my Synthroid and Nexium, so that's not bad. That's not going to make me hack and cough. All right, that should be coming. Fat fingers. That should be coming into view. So from cold and dark to where we are now, we're just about at cruise. The Zibo-Mod's latest has been pretty good. But the issue I noticed last ride was on the way down, so we'll see how the descent is on the back end. And we're coming into runway 4, right? In LaGuardia. So the approach coming into 4, they fly right over my old house in Brooklyn on the way in. So we should have a pretty good view of Manhattan off to the left. I should get a view of my old neighborhood down there on the way in. And we should have a view of Kennedy on the right. I fixed the camera from the last run, so the view out that window on the way in should be pretty good. Very nice. My second ride today, not bad. And it's not even 4 o'clock yet. Well, almost, but Be nice. I get 3 rides in today. That would be very lovely. That should be in range. And at plane, we should have 14.9 on the fuel. We're at 15.2 right now. And we should have 10.4 when we get in. Climbing up beautifully. Another great ride. I'm almost there. I should check it up on me. That's too funny. All right, we getting there. What are we looking at now? Another 10 miles will be a top of climb. We've got 540. Oh, it's still bouncing around. Oh no, 549 to go. So let's see, top of descent. Oh, let's see, we're due in LaGuardia at 7:45, 7:50. So it's 6:36 now, so I'll give you an idea on just how long it's going to be before we get to LaGuardia. So if you just like the departures and the arrivals, you have a little ways before we head on down. Now we get to the boring part. Cruise, not much to do except monitor everything and then set up the arrival. Monitor, monitor, monitor. All right, the fuel is right on the money. 9.6. And we're inbound Gerbs. Very nice. So we're at cruise. That's 31 minutes from the gate and 20 minutes from the runway. We've got 345 miles to top of descent, and that's going to be at 7:15. So you're looking at about 35 minutes top of descent. And I'm going to go take my meds. They're on the desk. I'm coming right now, and I'll be right back.
Contact Cleveland Center on 134.65.
Going to Cleveland Center on 134.65 Southwest 2210. Cleveland Center, Southwest 2210, with you 37,000 feet, inbound GURBS. All right, we're just about Mach 0.8. That should be in range. And GURBS, we should have 14.5. We're at 14.6 on the fuel. We're looking pretty good. Oh, a little turbulence there. A little turbulence there out of nowhere. Just had a nice jump there. Let's see what she's doing here. See, look at this. That's not normal. And this is with the latest Zibo-Mod. There's some big time porpoising going on here, back and forth. This is definitely not a keeper. This one. Holy moly. She's starting to settle in now, but that's some big time porpoising going on there. Now she's settling in. So that's not going to be a keeper. I'm going to have to roll back. That's definitely not good. Unless, of course, he puts out a new one before I get done with this ride, which is quite possible. Hey, Airsoft, how's it going? Yeah, can you imagine? And it's still early. It's only 3:43. It's not even 4 p.m. I might even be able to get a third one in today, which would be pretty cool. But I've tried the latest two from Zibo, and a couple of issues with both of them that I've noticed. So I may be rolling back if he doesn't have another update out today. All right, we've got 300 miles now, top of descent. 5:09 to go. A little over an hour. And they did 149. We're looking at 144. So, no, 147. What am I saying? 144. 147. We're 2 minutes ahead of schedule. I am hoofing it a little bit, though. We're running at Mach 0.8. It would be nice to get a third run in today, but I'm going to have to roll back Zibo. I don't know how much time that's going to take. But it would be nice to get a third run in today. And that's 9-7, and you should be coming into range now. And what are we looking at? Ideas 14.1. We're 14.3 on the fuel. So we're looking pretty good. Oh, hey, Aaron. How's it going? Yeah, Chicago. Coming out of Chicago with all the buildings and the city lights lit up. Yeah, it's an amazing view coming out that way. That's why I prefer flying at night in XPlane12 because it looks closer to real for me in here than daytime does. And I prefer MS 2020, but I have to do some cable switching around. It's not that big of a deal, but I figure with 2024 right around the corner, I'm not even going to mess with 2020 anymore. I'm just going to wait for 2024 to come out and then get it set up with the KMDW aircraft. And then go from there. Then you probably won't see any night flights for a while because I'll probably be doing a lot of daytime flying, checking out the sites. I've been hopping around in 2024 looking at various airports. So I've been putting them out every morning at 7 a.m. So I don't know what's scheduled to come out tomorrow. I'd have to go take a look. I'm not sure. But I think I'm over in the Orient now, if I remember correctly. All right, 14.1, 14.1. The fuel is right on the money. And we're inbound Woost next. And we're looking at 104. My favorite night landing is coming into Kennedy, only because I was born and raised in Brooklyn. The Parkway visual is absolutely amazing. Ideal specs, I don't know what that means. Was that Ron 9? You must have snuck in here. I didn't see you get in here. Love that setup. Oh, thanks. I missed that completely. Zibo-Mod. Yeah, I'm running the Zibo-Mod. Yeah, I've got 64 gig of DDR5 running at 6,000 in the computer. All right, I got my night landing. Oh, the specs. Now I get it. Now it makes sense. Yeah, the AMD 7950 that I have running in here is just amazing. And I believe it or not, I get better performance out of MS 2020 than I do in XPlane. XPlane is a big time hog on my hardware. Big time. I took him. Look. That's funny. She looks at the desk, sees that the pills are gone, and then she's like, okay, I trust you. Alright, that should be in range. And at Woost, what are we looking at? 13.7. We're at 13.9 right now. And we've got just about 250 miles now to top of descent. We've got about 450 to go. Yeah, we'll see soon enough. I didn't bother setting it up in 2024 when I was doing all my short rides. I'm doing it with the Cessna, having a view out the window at all the different airports, but I didn't set up PMDG, didn't even make an attempt. So I wait for the 19th. Hopefully it's going to be a plug and play kind of a thing. But from what I've seen, I think I've been to about 60 airports now in 2024, and the satellite data looks pretty good with what they have mixed in there with the buildings. A couple of areas where you can see, like if you go out to Honolulu, you go out to Hawaii, you'll be able to see a little bit of the blurry textures from the satellite data. But it's far and in between. Matter of fact, I think the video that went up this morning was for Kathmandu. Kathmandu looked pretty cool. It was loaded with buildings, so it really looked great. Oh, so you have some hardware yourself. Oh, nice. Oh, the 4090 is nice. 7800 X3D, nice. Yeah, I would have went with 64 gig of RAM, but you know, depending on the sticks that you have, you could always add another 32. I would take a look at how you're flying. I would wait for 2024. If that's going to be your main, that's going to mean your main flight sim, then I would wait for 2024 and see what's being utilized in the sim itself. Supposedly there's been a whole bunch of changes and a lot of stuff has been refined. So who knows, you may not need 64. You know, you might see that as you run in 2024 that, you know, you're in the 20 gig range maybe. So who knows. So I wouldn't do it until after they pop out in 2024. What are we looking at here? 13 at CXR. Yeah. Yeah, I worked my way up the chain. Bumped around from various sims. I mean, I started a long time ago. But lately I went from Microsoft Flight Simulator 10, P3D, right, XPlane12, MS 2020, and then soon to be 2024. See, look, we're bopping down again. I'm going to come back and review the video and see what the deal is with that. If we're getting some weather changes going on here, I missed that. And now we're going to go back to a little bit of porpoising back and forth, as you can see on the primary flight display. So I got to see if that's a weather update. I thought the weather updates were supposed to be smooth. So I wouldn't think that was it, but we'll see. Yeah, see, that's got nothing to do with the wind. We're at 287 and 22. It came close to 37,000, and then it just dropped back down on its own. Now it's coming back up again. So there's something going on with the Zibo-Mod. No, 2024 is a completely different sim. You can purchase whatever you want. Yeah, you don't have to match what you had before. I purchased the Premium Deluxe this go around. The last go around, I just bought their basic version. So, should be 06, and it should be coming into range. Contact Cleveland Center on 119.325, Southwest 2210. Good night. Cleveland Center, Southwest 2210, with you inbound CRX at flight level 370. All right, we're under 400 miles now to LaGuardia. We've got 391. We have 200 miles to top of descent. Yeah, you're not locked into any version. You pick up whatever you want for 2024. Previous version doesn't matter. So that's 50 minutes from the gate, and we've got 400 miles. Oh, see, it's bopping back and forth. 385 to 401. And we've got 194 to top of descent, which is pretty steady. So definitely something going on there. As long as we have a decent view on the way in. And let's see, when are we doing? 7:57 Zulu. That's exactly an hour from now. And that puts us an hour and 50 minutes. That puts us a minute behind schedule. Let's see, what have I done since I've had it? Well, I've had this flight deck now about 10 years. I took out the MCP, FISSK panels. This whole thing comes out in one section. It's a whole big unit. And I swapped out the Hall effect sensors in there. That I did because they were getting a little screwy. They would run on their own without me touching them, so they had to be changed. And then the throttle quad. The throttle quad I added backlighting because it didn't come with backlighting. And I swapped out the controller board and the Hall effect sensors that were in here. That's pretty much it. Other than that, I've swapped out computers. I've rebuilt computers, swapped out a power supply inside, swapped out a monitor, but that's pretty much it. Other than that, everything is the status quo. I mean, the switches are real switches, so these things are built super strong. These will probably last my lifetime. I'll probably never swap these out anymore. And the LEDs should last forever, I would think. So, at least my lifetime. Oh yeah, I don't blame you. If I hit the lottery myself, I would actually move to a bigger house with a 3-car garage. Actually, I would need like maybe 4 or 5 car garage. In one garage, there would be my Boeing 737. In the middle one, there would be a racing simulator. And in the other one, there would be a helicopter simulator. So, that's if we hit the lottery, my wife and I. All right, CRX 12.9. We're at 12.9 on the fuel right now. And we'll have 9.7 when we get in. 360 miles to go. 170 to top of descent now. And top of descent in 18 minutes. Yeah, this flight deck takes up my entire 2-car garage. So that's why my wife's car is parked outside in the driveway. There's no room. I probably have about maybe 4 feet on either side where I can walk around to the front. And in the front, I probably have maybe 3 feet, 4 feet from the door to where all that starts. The shelf that holds the monitors in place. So, takes up the whole set. Oh yeah, no, it's in the garage. It's in my 2-car garage. I think the only room that this would fit in the house would be either the master bedroom or the family room. I don't think she'll let me put them in there. Alright, the fuel's right on the money. And we're inbound TC. And that puts us at about 130 miles out of the arrival chart into LaGuardia. Here we go again. She's gonna... Well, she didn't overshoot too bad, but I don't know what she's doing here. We got a steady tailwind. That should be in range. Oh, the outer area? Oh, you can. One of my older videos. I think if you go, I only have 2 playlists that I put up there. One of them is for Device Interface Manager. It's not that one. The other one has some flight deck stuff in it. I do a walk around with the camera, so you can see the shelves, the computers, the back of the monitors. You see the whole setup. When I was flying online, you know, that's why I don't use Discord anymore when I fly online. Too many kiddies want to be either a DJ or they'll come in and say stupid stuff, so I don't even bother anymore. It's a shame because it would be so much easier to just chat with people, but unfortunately you're going to have to type on your end. A few kiddies ruin it for everybody, unfortunately. But this Zibo version is definitely a little sick bird. Hopefully I don't have any issues on the way in. That should be in range. Let's see, TC we should have 12.4. We're 12.5 right now. It's bouncing between 345 and 325 miles left to go. I see the flight attendants are busy back there giving out some tourist information. You need me? All right. Nope. So now we're about 100 miles off of that arrival chart. We're 2 minutes ahead now. I don't know. We made up that 3 minutes somewhere. We made it up somewhere. We're coming up just about an hour since we left the gate. We're at 59 minutes and change right now. So, and we're due in 7:53. It's 7:06 now, so. Oh, what you're hearing in the background? That's XATC chatter. It's real transmissions between the pilots and the tower, you know, controllers and whatnot. But it's just that it's all canned. So if I tune in ground, you'll hear ground transmissions. If I tune in tower, you hear tower transmissions. You know, clearance, you hear clearance transmissions and whatnot. So they're all appropriate based on the frequency. But they are canned. Yeah, we're about 80 miles out. We'll be on that chart. Matter of fact, this is all done already, but we're going to do it again just to be sure. EGT, MIP, Mark. 18,000, yes. Billy, we need to be at 13,000. And Beauty is 10,000. And we have Harlem, Trims, Apple, and and after Apple, we're hitting Proud, and then Vares. Yep. Okay. That's in 44. Southwest 2210, we can expect the ILS runway 4 approach into LaGuardia, MIP 4 arrival. All right, and 110.5. All right, for that, and that. And on a mist. It's 276, yes. And we're holding at what? A deuce? We're holding at a deuce. At Greco. That is correct. And you are... Alright, good, 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 good. That is good, and that's good. Alright, Milton 4. We get picked up at EGT, but we're not going to be on the map until we hit Mark. Alright. That's in range, and 07. Oh, there's plenty of videos that are out there. Depending on the aircraft that you want to learn. So, is it payware? No, the aircraft that I'm using right now is freeware. It's the Zibo-Mod. Localizer, we're not going to get to that until we head on closer to LaGuardia. And this ride, we're actually going to be doing an ILS approach. I've been doing a lot of RNAVs. So, that should be in range. And 08. And at midget, we should have 11.7. We're at 11.9 on the fuel. Yeah, we're bouncing around again. Yep. So that's all done. That's set, that's set. Set, 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 and set. There was a company out there that made a whole ton of videos. If you're interested in the 737. I'm trying to remember the name of it. Angle of Attack, I believe is the name of the company. They put out videos basically on all the equipment that's in the flight deck itself. Yeah, auto land, the 737NG will land itself as long as she's programmed. Yep. That she will do. Which is pretty good, because if the pilots ever pass out, both of them in the real world, as long as you can talk to air traffic control, you know, you can program the radios and this thing will land itself. It'll track the center line and everything. So. You done with the car? Oh, you're done. Ah, midget, 11.7, 11.7. And Weevil should show up right at the top before we pass midget, so I'm not going to bother changing that. What are we looking at here? 64 miles now, top of descent, 270 to go. 254. See, it depends on how it jumps. So our oil pressure, temperature, quantities all looking fine. Vibration is good. N1, N2, EGT. All looking rather nice. .20 with the 737. Yeah, is that the default aircraft? I don't know how good the default aircraft are in 2020, so I'm not sure. Hi, reality trailers. No, I don't believe so. If they have, they didn't say anything to me about doing it, so I have no idea. I doubt it. But I do know the company that made this Flightdeck Solutions, they've made flight decks for the movie industry. So one of their flight decks that they built is definitely in somebody's movie. No doubt about it. Yeah, this is a Boeing 737NG. So it's based on the 678 900 series aircraft. But I had the PMDG 737-800 in MS 2020, and it's set up for the 800 inside Zibo-Mod as well, but there's really not much of a difference other than passenger load, fuel capacity, whatnot. So, and for the runs that I do, an hour and a half to max 2 hours maybe, this is fine. I could even run a 600. But it's easier just to have the 800 in both sims. All right, Weevil, 11.5. We're 11.5 on the fuel. We'll have 9.4 when we get in. Just about 40 odd miles to top of descent. 250 to go. Hopefully you get a nice view out that right window on the way down. Right now I can actually see some lights down there dimly lit. So hopefully we'll have a good view coming into New York. Because I fixed that camera. So the autofocus is off, and the brightness and the contrast and all that, I locked it to position. It was set for auto, and it's a really cheapo webcam, so it doesn't work all that well. Right, and what are we looking at here? Right now we're coming in at $144. It'll probably change a little bit, but we should be at least $140 on the way in. And there has been no real weather to speak of this entire ride at all. None at all. All right, 30 miles now, top of descent. Give them another minute, and then we'll get them back in their seats. And according to that chart, let's bring that up now. We're good down to 18. Hey Scott, how's it going? You just caught me. I'm just getting ready to start my way down into LaGuardia. I'm checking out the latest Zibo-Mod 4.03.02, but there's definitely some issues going on there with that one. I may be rolling back, unless he has a new one out already, since I tried this one. So if you haven't tried this and you were thinking about this version, you may want to think twice. All right, let's get them in their seats. What are we looking at? 224 miles to go. You do any flying today, Scott? Oh, that's right. I forgot. You're using 2020 with ProSim. That's right. I forgot. Going out to dinner. Nice. Well, it's all set with inside the flight management computer when you program your flight. So, as you can see on the chart here, let me bring that in a little bit closer. You can see where it's going to begin to decelerate the thrust, and then you see here we have our top of descent. And basically the computer is figuring that out based on where we are and where we need to be on the back end. So they're in their seats. We are good down to 18. And we're inbound MIP. We're already on the arrival chart, although we're not in the moving map section, so you're not going to see us there just yet. Oh, yeah? Yeah, they were spraying around here in Boca not that long ago. I couldn't go out the door. All right. Speed's coming down now. Yeah, you see what's going on? She's bouncing back and forth. There's a few issues with the aircraft. All right, I'll take the terrain now. You can have the weather. And we're about 55 miles out of this chart. Just about. Yeah, Jim, I've been having some issues. She's been doing some big-time porpoising effect at cruise out of nowhere. No change in the winds from XPlane, and she'll just bob up or bob down. And then there's a couple of little porpoises before it gets back, like today at 37,000 feet. So, and as you can see on the nav display, she's bouncing between 2,200 and change down to 5,000, almost 6,000 on a descent. So, but I'm not going to touch it unless I have to. This may straighten itself out. What? What the hell just happened to my... I just lost all duct pressure. Woo-hoo, baby, we go to manual. Yeah, this Zibo-Mod definitely having a problem this go around. Good thing I'm on oxygen. All right, baby, put it down. I don't want to take control this far out, man. It's a lot of hand flying. I really don't want to do that much hand flying. Come on, get us down to 10,000. And can kill that alarm. Yeah, YouTube. If you do a YouTube, do a search for whatever FMC you're looking to learn. Oh yeah, there's a ton of stuff out there. There's books out there. You may be able to get. Bill Buckner made some pretty amazing books. I don't think he's making them anymore, but You may be able to find it for sale on YouTube, on eBay or something like that if he doesn't have any on his site anymore. Bill Buckner. He has some pretty great books. All right, everybody in the back, take deep breaths and hold it. Should pop out the mask. Yeah, there's definitely some issues with this bird. No doubt about it. Oh, I hear you there, RA9. And remember, yeah, I forget a lot of stuff. I could read something here, turn my head, and forget what I just read sometimes. Sometimes I'll come in here and I can't remember how to turn on the flight deck. I have to go back inside and sit for a little while. And then it comes to me. So, I know that feeling. Oh yeah, in real life? Oh yeah, I would take over control of this and book down to 10,000, no doubt about it. Oh yeah, definitely. 01 had a little bit of porpoising effect going on there. Nowhere near as bad as this. I don't know what changes he made here, but I may roll back to the full version of 4.03. Oh yeah. To having a disability, you're not kidding. That should be 111. And MIP, what do we look at the fuel? 10.9? We've got 10.9 on the fuel. Let me check here. Oh no, it would be inside there. Got to check the failures and see if this was an actual failure of Zibo or if something really weird's going on here. Let's get the APU up and running here. What are we at? 25. And let's bring you back now. Yeah, there's quite a few things going on here. I just hope it doesn't interfere with me coming in to land, you know. Anyone else have YouTube as they fly? Oh yeah, RA9, you can go to Pat738, PAT738. He has a flight deck just like this. Scott's got one. Jim's got one. So yeah, put up your channels. Let them know. Yeah, there's quite a few of us that are out here with full flight decks. Oh, you're in Canada? Oh, you're right near Flight Deck Solutions. Southwest 2210, cleared for the ILS approach, runway 4, arrival into LaGuardia via the MIP4. That's what we're doing now. And we're looking at 138 to 154 miles. The thing just swings like crazy. Distance to go. I'm not showing any winds on the nav display at all. So, and we're doing a little bit of porpoising going on here. So I think this is a sick version. Am I a pilot? I flew in the real world a long time ago, not anymore. Between the oxygen and the cancers and the brain lesion, I'm lucky I could tie my shoes. Don't think I'd pass a medical. I don't know. I don't think there is. I don't think I've ever heard of one like that. So that's all right. I'll roll back to an earlier version until he comes out with something new that fixes the problem. We're coming up on that chart now. So at Mark, we should be at 18. We're at 22, so she's not keeping that as well. She was late on the last run as well. So at least 2 and 1 definitely have issues. If I remember correctly, I don't think I remember being having some bad issues with the full version of 3 though. That should be in range 19. All right, we're good down to 13 and then 10. I believe he does. Yeah. He's made quite a few big mistakes landing on taxiways and whatnot, but yeah, I believe he still has his license. If we get in a little bit further, then I'll give you a view out that right window. City lights are starting to come into play now. Looks rather nice. We should have a pretty good view coming into LaGuardia. And on the back end, what do we have? Gate 57. Let's take a look at that. That's one thing I didn't check on the front end. 57. All right, we're in Concourse B. All right. Looks like I lost ATC again. I guess XATC is not on this frequency. Yeah, I hear that budget. Definitely nowadays. Let's get on standard pressure and let's get you set. Let's have a quick peek. 18 bleed air panel is set to, well, it's set to auto, but, oh, you know what? You're up and running. Let me have some bleed air there, Johnny. Yeah, I know. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. And let's bring you up. Give me some bleed air there. You can have the throttle for right now. And we're good down to 13. And then 10, yes. Yes. Yeah, I know air conditioning. I know. Can even pop those suckers off. So we don't get no blowback. And let me give you a view out that window. Should be coming up rather nice now. Dump that. That's still too dark for the camera. I can't tell. Might be. All right. Well, this is a real flight, as in Southwest Airlines just did this ride in the real world from Chicago to LaGuardia, but I'm in a flight simulator running the same flight that they ran in the real world in an attempt to duplicate it. Now, I need to pay attention here. I forgot I'm not on autopilot anymore. This is on me. Pay attention there, Louis. Pay attention there, Louis. Yeah, I seem to have lost my communications again, too. Interesting. Very good. That's interesting. It's not what's supposed to be on that frequency, that's for sure. Should have a pretty good view out that right window now. You should have a pretty good view now. See, it's what to trust. I mean, this is good, this is not good. What do you trust when the instruments are screwed up on both sides? All right, 10,000 at Beauty. All right, dump that frequency here. Enough of that. That's very strange that that happened. So, there you go. At least we'll get some type of transmissions on the way in, even though we lost SayIntentions for some reason. And then after 10,000, we're good all the way down. Well, I'm not going to auto land now. There's something going on with this bird. So, but that would be set up on final. I'd have both nav radios set up, the course selectors, the land altitude, the decision height, and all that, local pressure. And then you're going to use your localizer, VOR localizer, in your approach to do an auto land. And we're going to 145.
1,000 to go.
That's a pretty cool view. I don't know if the camera's picking it up. Maybe a little too dark. Alright. And we are slowing at 240. All right, beauty. Then we're inbound Harlem, 123. That's a pretty cool view out that window. Coming up on 10. And drag required, yep. And we're good all the way down. That speed down, Louis. Let me have you. Runway 4. That's better. On the speed. And 3. What are we holding at here? 2. And that's also a little strange, that figure 8 going on there as well. Noticed that when I was setting up the flight. Looked a little weird. No, based on the weight, we're probably coming in the 140s. Yeah, at flaps 30, we're coming in at 143. Matter of fact, I put that in right now. 110.5, 110.5, 44, 44. Yeah, that's all done. That's, whoa, what was that? That was very strange. That was weird. What do we... I don't think so. There's really not much over here by us. Nice view. Bird's a little sick this ride though, but she handles all right though. We should be able to put it down. That, I don't know what's going on there. That's, look at that. What the heck is up with that? That is very weird. These two look okay. That one gets kind of funky. Interesting. Oh, what's your speed there, Louis? You're sitting here playing, you're not paying attention. And what are we looking at? 6. There's Newark. Got the Verrazano Bridge straight ahead. Yeah, this is all out of whack. This is all out of whack. Yeah, there's some weird going on here. I should have rebooted everything after I put everything in, but I just ran a flight, put the new Zibo-Mod in, and then ran another flight. I guess I shouldn't have did that. There's Kennedy straight ahead. They did this ride in 1 hour and 49. It's 1 hour and 40 right now, so we got 9 minutes. Yeah, you can even see on the nav display. You see that figure 8 popping up, disappear, pop up, disappear. So, something weird going on there. Something very strange. That's a great view. There's Staten Island down there. Jersey off to the right. That's the view you got out the window, is Jersey. Watch your speed there, Louis. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to take a look at this after I get done. Even one of my landing gear lights were out, Scott, as well. So, something weird going on with this version. No doubt about it. I just hope I can put it down. What's up, Shadow? Hey, you might want to bail out, pal. Just in time for the landing. Nah, this is something weird going on here. It may be something left over from the last ride and then swapping out Zibo. It doesn't lag like that. No way. That's something new. Alright, is that in here? Flaps 30, we're coming in a buck 43. Yes. Give me the throttle. I've got LaGuardia out there in the distance. That's very strange, that figure 8 just popping up, disappear, pop up, disappear. Really very weird. Yeah. Very strange. You should be armed. And we're well below 10. That's all looking pretty good. What are we holding at? We're holding at a deuce. Right, and on the way out, 043. We're going to put that in right now. Concentrate on this landing here. Let's get the speed down. Start slowing down here. Yeah, my house is right over here by Bay Ridge, Brooklyn. A little late on that turn, Louis. I should see if it's going to handle the approach, but we're not going to do that. Actually, you know what? Keep that at idle. Let's start putting out some flaps here. Slow down. Give me 5. Climb a little bit, bleed off the speed. We're still good here. Give me 10. All right, we're looking pretty good here. Oh, what a great view. Man, that's a pretty cool view out the window. I probably missed a whole bunch of text, but I'm a little busy. Usually I let the auto flight take it a little ways, but she's a little sickly. The city looks pretty cool out there. Ease that speed down. So we're just passing over my neighborhood, Bay Ridge, Sunset Park. Well, my old neighborhood anyway. Don't live there anymore. And we're on that chart. Let me bring up you. Give me you. Give me you. Let me have the gear. $15. Oh, see, now I got my 3 green now. They weren't working on the front end, and the test light usually brings it back, but it wouldn't do it this go around. So, at least that's good. It's not my bulb. Hope you're enjoying that view. Sorry I'm not interacting. I'm just a little bit busy right here. Let's go 25. And we'll slow all the way up. Oh, easy there, Louis. Man, she really wants to jump. Yeah, this bird is definitely not good. Let's get this thing in check here. Oh yeah, look at that camera stuttering like crazy, the one on the right. It's a little putt-putt camera I have. Let's float this a little bit. Oh, Manhattan looks great. Beautiful view out that right window. I know that camera's not doing it justice, that little one, but man, that looks good. Might look a little oversaturated for you guys, but in here in the flight deck, wow. So it looks like the ILS is going to work all right here. Looked like the nav display was a real screwy. But this is looking pretty good. I wasn't sure whether or not to trust it. Alright, lights, engine start selectors, auto brake, speed brake, landing gear, flaps, and they have been notified. Yeah, it looks like the ILS is fine. So whatever was going on, it looks like it was the bulk of the nav display. Unless Zibo-Mod put out Duncan put out an update for ZHSI. That I didn't check, which is possible. That is possible. 10-knot crosswind, just about. Continue. Prepare for landing.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Ooh, yeah, baby. Welcome to York. Hide your wallet. Well, able to put her on the ground, considering she was a little messy this ride. APU's already up and running. Yes, yes. ETA test. We're going to head straight in since SayIntention isn't working correctly. And do we want to come under the bridge? Nah, we'll go around. We'll go around. I don't want to trust it. Don't want to trust it. And we can shut you down as well. A little bit of a messy ride, but another flight into Flightdeck is always a good thing. Now I'm going to have to dissect what's going on with the Zibo-Mod. And we've got 90. Hopefully nobody's in our gate. Yeah, I know. All right, we got this coming up. So we were off by 2 minutes. Southwest did this ride at 1:49. We did this in 1:51. And we've got 52. We're around the back on the gate. I think these trucks want to play chicken. Yep.
Yeah, we should be right here in the corner. Someone's in our spot. Someone's in our spot. Think maybe we'll make American Airlines move. Hopefully the aircraft will disappear. That's something else I have to look at. Traffic global. I've had no moving traffic at all the past few rides. So that's something else that needs to be looked at. Hopefully we can get this aircraft here to move out of our way. If not, we'll go right through them. Ah, he moved for us. Good for you. All right. I'll let him run around. All right, what text did I miss? Let's see. Unbelievable? Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. Was it Isla K? Take your aircraft to the shop. Yeah, you definitely got to go to the shop. That's for sure, Reality Trailers. No doubt about it. So I'm going to roll back to 4.03 full because 1 was giving me an issue and 2 is giving me even more of an issue. So fuel, yeah, fuel left right now is, whoa. What's the story with our brakes here, Louis? What's up with that? Interesting. There's another issue. Huh. Yeah, he only showed up for the landing. Little dog. Didn't even put on his seatbelt. All right. Nah, brake pressure's fine. We got plenty of brake pressure. I don't know why that didn't hold. But I should have went into the flight bag and set the chocks and everything else. But I got to go take a look at this. She is one sick little lady here. So, I hope you enjoyed the ride on the way in. Few issues with this version. I'll be bouncing back to 3 full. And I don't know if I'm going to get another ride in today. I'm hoping I can. Depends on how long it takes me to straighten all this out. All right, everybody. For those that were here, I hope you enjoyed the view and the ride. I always enjoy the conversation along the way. And if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do so. If you don't catch me live, you can catch some of my videos after the fact. All right, everybody. I'll catch you later. And thanks for joining me, everybody. Talk to you later. Hey, Shadow Man, you staying behind, pal? Nah, time for dinner, buddy. You got to get up, pal. Time for dinner. You gotta get up for dinner, buddy.
Delta 99, traffic is 6:11 o'clock, 10 miles, eastbound, Avery Air, Final 230. Look at Delta 99. February 432 is here, consider it flag.
Flag, 846.
Yeah, 611 is in the house, and remain cancel 240. Go ahead. It's not the clear instruction in the box, what speed are you starting, slower or faster? It's about 300 feet. You said that